What's going on, guys? This is Jhonny Lay and Brian Wiggins with Unbound Ministries, and God's given us an orchestra of awesomeness. Yeah. We wanted to real fast just kind of say thank you guys to Brazil, at Brazil, for having us down there. We just wanted to make a video kind of talking about how excited we are to come and see you guys and how awesome this is going to be. I know Torben is going to come down there also. He's talking about it. And Torben, this whole movement has changed our lives.
Yeah.
And this is basically a testimony and a video too. God moved on me a few years ago about starting a growth class, about getting out of my religious lifestyle, my religious way of life, religious movement that they were doing. And as I was getting out, I didn't know anything about Torben's teaching or the last Reformation or anything like that. So whenever I got out of church, God told me to start the growth class. So we started meeting at parks and stuff. And then somebody introduced me to Torben's teaching, introduced me to your teaching, Torben. And it was exactly what God was showing me. And it refined it so much through the Pioneer School. And God has actually given me a dream that the ministry that He has given me is inside of the last Reformation movement. So we're super excited about everything that's going to happen. Real fast, the dream, what happened is I was on a beach, and this dream was like a year before God even told me to do anything, told me to get out of religion or anything. So I was on a beach and I heard a plane land, and I jumped over and I looked over the dune and I seen this passenger plane, and it flew in and it set. The passenger plane, you could tell there was, it was meant to hold a bunch of people, but there was nothing in it. And over top of the passenger plane, there was a what looked like a star and another star. Well, I watched as one star left and the other star stayed. And I took a Jeep and I drove it into the passenger plane, and the passenger plane took off. What's unique about this is God just brought this back to my attention because we just done a Kickstart in Atlanta, and we've just done, we're getting ready, I think, to go to North Carolina, hopefully, maybe Alabama. But what's significant about this is God brought it back to my memory, and I said, God, what is this? And He told me that the airplane represented a worldwide movement, and the worldwide movement was the last Reformation. And He said that the stars that were above the airplane were angels. One left to prepare the way, and one stayed to show us the way. And the ministry was the Jeep that I drove into the airplane. So even before I heard about the last Reformation, God was already planning this to be a part of our lives. So Torben, you have impacted us in such a way, man, that it's through your teachings, through what God has shown us through your teaching, has impacted us in such a way that it's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing what God's doing. It's mind-blowing everything that's happening. God, we just kind of stood up and we just started going with this thing. And we're super excited to meet you guys, and we're pumped up. And Torben, we just want to learn from you, and we want you to teach us everything that you can teach us. We want to learn from the people in Brazil. We have such a willingness to learn, and such an awesome base of Christian believers, man, that are willing to pour into us, and we can pour as much as we can into them. So that's what I wanted to say with my little testimony. But guys, we're super excited to meet you guys, and we hope this is going to be, well, we don't hope, we know it's going to be amazing, because God moves everywhere we are, and everywhere you are, and everywhere Torben is. So it's going to be awesome. We're super excited. So
yeah, for me, I met Jhonny about 6 months ago. He kickstarted me. I know Jhonny was kickstarted by Don. I went to San Antonio Kickstart, and it changed my life from there. I ended up hooking up with Jhonny, and we started doing kickstarts, conducting them. And then I went to West Palm Beach. It was a total launch, for many people, life-changing events. Then we went to Atlanta. We saw many wonderful things, and here we are. We're sold out completely. I have a testimony. God moved me away from California, and that's another story in itself. But we just want to go to Brazil and help you out. Be a part of this and learn, and then take it back to the States and just keep going. Right?
Yeah, definitely. And Torben, we're with you 100%, and we just want to learn, man. We think you're awesome. You're an awesome man.